Hi there, this is called Into the Deeper Blue, and it's the famous game between supercomputer Deep Blue and world champion Garry Kasparov. Before this game, the score of their highly publicized match was tied at 2.5 each, and Kasparov's historic loss was the first time that a computer had defeated a world champion in a match of several games. After e4, Kasparov played the Caro Kann with c6, d4, d5, knight d2 defends the pawn, Kasparov takes, and Deep Blue knight takes on e4. Knight d7 is the modern continuation, to which white plays knight g5, an interesting line which does violate the opening principle, which states never move a piece twice in the opening. Here is one of the exceptions where it's permissible. Well, if Kasparov immediately hits the knight with h6, then the knight's jumping into e6. Let's just have a look at that. If h6, knight e6, hitting the queen, because f takes will be met by queen h5. That's a common little trappy line. So Kasparov played knight g f6. After bishop d3 and e6, now knight from g1 to f3. Kasparov here perhaps went a little bit astray. The most common move here and the most acceptable move is bishop d6. However, Kasparov tried h6, perhaps getting confused in the move order. Is that possible? Because that does encourage this sacrifice. Knight takes on e6. After queen e7, then white can castle. Obviously the queen can't take the knight because of rook e1. But now f takes on e6, Kasparov takes that knight, that sacrificed knight. But it allows bishop g6, forcing king d8, and now bishop f4. So white is a piece down with some fantastic active play. Well, b5 was played by Kasparov, and perhaps that's questionable again, because it does allow white to have something to bite at with the move a4. And I think b4 perhaps was mandatory here for black. Instead, bishop b7. Now rook e1 puts pressure on that very weak e-pawn, and white might be threatening moves like queen e2 or bishop f5. So white has a phenomenal attack here. Also, the pawn on b5 is being targeted, and after a takes on b5 and c takes on b5, queen d3 or queen e2 is going to put pressure on that pawn on b5. So white's doing really well here. So Kasparov defended with knight d5, hitting the bishop, which jumps back to g3. And after moving his king out of harm's way, king c8, then the game's nearly over. After a takes on b5, c takes on b5, and queen d3 is hitting the pawn on b5. Kasparov defended with bishop c6. He could have defended with a6, but bishop f5 anyway. The pawn on e6 is pinned. That's being targeted. And Kasparov is going to lose that, so he chose to give up his queen. E takes f5. After rook takes on e7, giving up the queen, and knight takes on e7. c4, and here he resigned. That was a historic moment in chess history where a supercomputer beat a reigning world champion. So this is not so much a trap, rather just noting this incredible game, Deep Blue against Garry Kasparov, and this has been called Into the Deeper Blue. Hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.